Hello and good afternoon. So like I promised, I am going to do a little video about my pumping routine, my equipment, what I use, and how I get it all done. So I pump every single day. I have a very low supply. Sorry. So I have to pump every day to keep my supply up, even though I breastfeed pretty much exclusively when I'm home. But in order to have a freezer stash for work, that's kind of how I have to do it. Leaf eats 5 ounces every 3 hours. So when I'm gone for a 12-hour shift, that means I need 20 ounces prepped and ready for him. And when I do that 6 days a week, it's a lot. And I usually only get like 5 ounces if I'm lucky when I'm pumped, usually about 3. So it's a challenge, and I've had to figure out the absolute best thing that works for me. This is what works for me. It's not what's gonna work for everyone. But I've been doing it now for a month at work, and we seem to be figuring it out okay. So at work, like I said, I work 12-hour shifts. I'm a nurse. I have a lactation room that I go to at work. It's basically a tiny little room with 2 recliners. The hospital provides pumps for us, which is amazing. And then there's a sink in the room. That's it. There's, no microwave, no fridge. So I kind of had to figure out how to transport my milk, how to store it, how to clean it. That was a big one. So I'm first gonna walk you through what I do at home, because that's the easiest. And you've probably all figured that out, but maybe you want some tips and tricks. So when I'm at home, I have a Medela Freestyle. It's this tiny little electric pump. It's doesn't need to be plugged in. It has a battery. It's got a rechargeable battery. It is a double electric breast pump. It's just got this cable that plugs in, and you can pump either double, where you hook one up to each side, or it can be a single pump where you just kind of only do one. So I do that at home, usually only about 10 minutes at a time, twice a day. So I use that. When I'm at home, I do use the Freestyle pump parts. I like these the best. I wish they worked with other pump styles because they don't have a membrane that needs to be replaced. They've got like an actual silicone membrane, and they go together super easily. Sorry, this is gonna be a really long video, I think. Just like that. Clip. Bottle screws in the bottom. Pump goes in the top. You're good to go. These are my favorite, but like I said, I can't use these with the pump at work. So that's the downside. So I kind of have to have 2 different pumps. It's really rough. So this is what I use at home. Now when I am pumping at home, this is my best friend. It's a Medela pumping bra. It just goes around you. It's got little holes, holds it in, so you can literally be hands-free. It's got little holes that super, super attractive. Do it while your family's around, and they'll just think you're the coolest thing ever. So that's what I do at home. Now, regardless of where or when I'm pumping, I do use these new Medela flanges. They have rubber sides, so they fit a lot better. And I've discovered that the correct fit is really, really important. And what they say might be your size might not be your size. So literally try a different couple sizes to figure out what works best for you. These, they're kind of oval, so you can orient them however works best for you on your breast. And they actually do help you get more milk because they create more of this suction. And I don't lose as much milk. The old ones that were fully plastic, I would leak milk out the bottom sometimes. So wherever I'm pumping, I do use these. Again, I put links to all of these in my Amazon favorites. It's no kickbacks, nothing like that. I just put a list of everything I'm talking about so that you can go find it if you're like, ooh, I need that. So I use these no matter what. I also use these no matter what. They're made by Lancenoa. an amazing nurse friend of mine gave these to me. They're heat packs. You put them in the microwave for 15 seconds. They literally go around your flange. They've got a little snap, and you get so much more milk if you warm up your breast first. So I use these every single time too. It's kind of a nice little spa for your boob. But these are by Lance and Noah. They help a lot more milk. And like I said, I've been trying to find the tips and tricks for milk production because I have so little. So the new flanges and these have been a lifesaver. Okay, so when I'm at work, it's a totally different game because I don't have, you know, all of my stuff to clean. I don't have a drying rack. There's just a lot more going on. So there's a couple options that I've tried. Hi, Gaston. I did try cleaning my pump parts in the sink every single time, you know, with a little bottle brush, and that just, it felt tedious, and I only have a 15-minute break. So I've tried something new. First, I'll show you the pump I use. So I use the Medela Symphony. That's what the hospital provides. The reason I don't like it is it has these little membranes that wear out, and you have to replace them. They get lost. It's just, it's more of a hassle. I don't know why Medela couldn't figure that one out. But anyway, these go on any bottle, any Medela bottle. Again, I use my same flanges. In case you're wondering, I found this out the other day from my L&D nurse. The threads on the inside here are to attach a manual pump. So that's why there's threads. Your bottle doesn't go there. It goes down here. So I do that. It's got this separate tubing system. So like I said, it can't go on my other pump. It literally goes in, vacuum, you're good to go. When I'm at work, I wear a different pumping bra. Got this one off of Amazon. It's some sort of knockoff Chinese brand, I think. But it has clips for nursing. So it becomes a nursing bra. But it also has pumping holes. So you can do both in this bra. Again, I don't remember the brand. I linked to it in my Amazon. But I wear this every single day. I've got several of them. I wear these at work so that I can nurse leave in the morning. I can nurse them at night wearing these. But I can also pump, and I don't have to mess with that thing while sitting in this tiny little room with a recliner. So get yourself one of these. I pump, you know, just like you normally would. Hook myself up 10 minutes later. But then cleaning and sanitizing has been the big hurdle. So I have two methods. If I am somewhere that has a microwave, depends on which floor I'm on for the day, but if I'm near a microwave, I use these quick clean sanitizing bottles or bags. You put 2 ounces of water in them. You put your rinsed pump parts. You seal it. You put it in the microwave for 4 minutes, and you have sanitized pump parts. Each bag can be used 20 times, so I use one a week. And they've got a little, you know, vent where you pour the hot water out, and it just cleans. So if you're somewhere with a microwave, I highly suggest using these. And once you pump, you put all your parts in, you know, you rinse your pump parts, you sanitize them, and then just store your parts in here. Don't worry about putting them in a fridge. Don't worry about, you know, clean, dirty. Just store them in here. Keep them in here all the time. And this is kind of your pump part transport bag. Now, if I'm not near a microwave, things get a little more tricky. But I did find 2 different products. These are my favorite. Quick Clean wipes. They're like a baby wipe. They're sanitizing. And you just, like, it's literally just a baby wipe that you wipe off your pump parts with. I'm not so sure how I feel about using these all the time. Like, I would definitely still sanitize everything when you get back home, or at least wash it in soapy water. But these are great if you don't have access to a microwave. So I just, when I'm in my little pumping room and there's no microwave, I just rinse my parts. I wipe them down with this. And then because I want to make sure stuff is like triple clean, I also got the sanitizing spray. And once everything's wiped down, I just give it a little spritz. And then that's it. I just put it back in my bag and let it air dry. And that's how I keep it clean. As far as transporting, your pump probably came with a bag. I found that the Medela bag that came with my pump wasn't big enough for me, and it didn't have enough compartments. So I found this other bag. It was a little pricey, but it's been totally worth it. It's made by Skip Hop. It's a big, just sack bag. But the cool thing is down here at the bottom, let's see if you can see this. There's a pocket, and it's got a drying tray in it. So this is what I keep my parts in. I keep this clean. I only put clean parts in it. But if they need to dry, like if I've spritzed them off, you know, spritz, 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 then they just all live in here. For my next pump. If I'm using the microwave method, the bag that's full of my clean pump parts, I just put it all in here too. Here, I'll show you. It all fits. So pump parts, you know, they're 1,000,000 degrees. They just came out of the microwave. Fits in there. Slides on in. It's hard to do it with one hand. Voila. That's how I carry my pump stuff back and forth from work. It's got a little pen. I don't transfer my milk to bags while I'm at work. I usually just bring the little Medela cooler, which I didn't bring in here with me, and it holds 4 bottles. And I just keep that right. So after I've pumped, I go back down to my break room, and I've got my own little separate cooler. It's got an ice pack in it. It's the Medela one that came with it. And I put my pumped milk into there. Sorry, coworkers. Yes, there is a sealed lunchbox with breast milk in it. Deal. So I just put the full bottles into that, and that's where they live for the day. If you don't have access to a fridge, they say that that stays cold enough for about 8 hours, so you don't have to have access to a fridge even. So you go back down, put all your stuff away. That's kind of how we do it. Other necessities that I keep in my pump bag, there's always Kleenex, there's always baby wipes, there's always chocolate, there's always nipple cream, hand sanitizer, a pen, breast leak pads, because you know what it's like to leak at work. And then I do keep a couple storage bags in here, like breast milk storage bags, and a gallon Ziploc bag, just because you can never have enough bags. These are the bags I store my milk in at home. So I come home, I portion it out into 5 ounces, I put it in here, I put it in the freezer. Name, date, and the amount. So that then when I go to daycare, I can just pull the bags I need out of the freezer. I do put my newest milk in the freezer and feed him the oldest milk in the freezer, so it's always rotating. I think that's about it. It's miserable. I'm so blessed that I can do this for my son, but at the same time, I hate it. Sorry this is such a long video. Let me know if you have any questions, and happy pumping.